comes over here, we'll be hunkered down on this freaking island. Okay, hold on, let me...
So let's talk about the bus. We're going to do the shuttles today, and I would recommend that if you leave by no later than 9 or 9:30, it's about a 3.5-hour trip to where we're parking. And where we're parking this year is...
All right, this is it. It's the start of our Texas 200 this year. We're leaving Port Mansfield, Texas behind us. Winds were forecasted to be 15 to 18 and gusting to 30. So we reefed our sail and we rode the waves. The boat we are sailing on is a Jim Michalak Toon19, built by Chuck Limeweber. Chuck is the creator of the Texas 200, and it is a real honor to sail his boat in this event. I always like to make it to the Land Cut. It's a pretty neat place. It's very unusual. The waves are gone, the wind is there, and you can just fly across the water. And there's all these fish camps everywhere. And they're neat to look at and imagine what it would be like to have a place there. The Toon19 has a leeboard mounted to the side of the boat that can kick up. The rudder also kicks up. It lets us get into some very shallow situations, places that most sailboats couldn't go. It's a great boat for the Texas 200 to explore all of the back bays and the shallow estuaries. They're probably getting water out. Alright, we're at Camp 1, the Land Cut. We are out in the middle of nowhere, flying on the birdies. Jennifer's there, that's where she's gonna sleep. Alright, Jennifer, you gonna get out?
Yeah. Not gonna put my boots on though. I'm gonna go for a spot treatment.
Oh, gross. Oh.
It's a whoa.
Oh, shit. really gross. Who would do this?
Look at that.
Who would do this, people?
This is my Texas 200 compadre.
Hey man, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
You must be filming a YouTube video. Huh?
We're filming a YouTube
yeah,
video,
we're both
yeah?
filming YouTube videos.
We're sailboat YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yep. Jennifer's right here. She's chilling.
This is Jennifer. This
Yep.
is Will. You can check out his YouTube channel.
They're cool ones. We're going. You're definitely going to want to check out Brandon's YouTube channel. He does some really cool stuff. What the world? Look at this thing. Hi, Jen. What are you doing? Are we cheating? Sorry, guys. We're gonna get to the next camp. Now, I know some of y'all are probably wondering why we're running the motor.
We got one boat in
We're
front
in a
of us.
sailboat. Last year, me and Jennifer completed the Texas 200 on a Hobie 14 with no motor. It was crazy, but it was fun. I figured that this year we deserve to use the motor. We'd like to get to camp before dark. Please check out our video from last year in the link in the description. It's what?
Air wins. The air always wins.
That's a good shot.
There's Looney Tunes. Aptly named boat, if I do say so myself. (2025) Texas 200. Now 5 miles north of the land cut, heading to Corpus Christi.
All right, Frank's Big, we're coming up on the slingshot. We're cheating, we're motor sailing.
I picked up a hitchhiker.
Hey, we'd like to talk to you about your extended warranty on your vehicle. It's about to expire. We had to have a little fun with Harper and his dad. I was trying to think of the most ridiculous thing that I could say when we went by. I think I did well. One thing I like about the Texas 200 is the seemingly variety of boats. You never know what you're going to see. Like this boat right here, it's a 36-foot wooden Sharpie. It is fast. I think this is the longest boat I've ever seen in the Texas 200. Eventually the wind picked up enough and we turned off the motor. We were flying on the way to Camp 2. We wanted to get there early because we had family that was going to meet us there. I think that lady in the red shirt might be his girlfriend or wife.
Shut down.
They're not even motoring or nothing. Oh yeah, it's like a 5-horse or something. It's like a 5-horse Johnson outboard.
Smaller than that, yeah. What a cool rig, man. That's really neat.
All right, Texas 200 2020. What year? 2025 boat walk, Camp 2, Padre Island Yacht Club. Later that evening, the club had a memorial service for all of the Texas 200 members that have passed away. It was very nice. At the end of the service, Buddy fired off his cannon.
Fire in the hole. Alright, one more thing.
The next morning, we woke up to 3 inches of water in the boat. It rained until noon.
I almost called you mommy. I do that to my teacher all the time.
It's really hard
Wait,
to
no,
see
it's not.
this thing. It's been a lot of sun. All right, that's it.
Oh, that thing will pop.
Maryland.
Here's another example of an absolutely crazy Texas 200 boat. It's a Bulger whale watcher from Florida. I got to get in that boat and look around. It's got a lot of space. I think I could actually live in it.
Will said he'd go with us.
I don't know if my wife would want to, though.
Will, so you'd have to get permission.
There's no way in the world she would do that. Right? See how much we get. Man, we need some more wind. That one there is set up pretty good. I was looking at it. It's got his GoPro back there. We had to fire up the motor for a little bit, leaving Corpus Christi. The winds died down, and we really wanted to get to camp before dark. Last year, we didn't get to camp till 11:30 at night, and I don't like sailing at night. Corpus Christi Bay.
That's pretty cool. You don't see that as
Here they go.
See 'em?
Yeah. They're having a good time.
Yeah, they are.
It's like the wave pool.
Right. Big boat over there, too. Like, you can put a deep water boat over there, but
We made it through the ferry landing with no problems. And then it happened. Every single time I sail through Port Aransas, there's pirates. Last year we got chased by them. It was quite an experience. They should really do something about this. You'd think such a nice town wouldn't have pirates. Please check out our video when we got attacked by pirates last October at the Port Aransas Wooden Boat Festival. It's pretty cool. I'll put a link in the description. We cleared the Lydian Lighthouse and headed into Aransas Bay. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to the designated camp. We landed at Mud Island instead of Paulsmont. It is what it is.
Eastwood Margaret, this is the small sailboat up here in Starving Mountain.
Buddy on Find My Friend, so in a little bit I'm going to see where Buddy's going. I don't have any nav lights, so
Yeah, it's kind of the same. I'm like not sure how late I can push it.
I think we're going to Mud Island.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was planning for a first stop and just see how it looks time-wise.
I'm ready for a beer.
I have a feeling my hands are a little tired packing up that channel.
Yeah.
That was fun though. That's what this boat was built for.
Yep, it looked good.
Did it great.
They're gonna go fishing.
That what they're doing?
Yeah. I wonder where they're going to take him. Jennifer's husband Ryan joined us for the second half of the trip. It's something that he's been wanting to do for a while, and doing a half the trip is a good test to see if he likes it, to see if he enjoyed embracing the suck. Oh, and we would embrace the suck.
Yeah, it's getting rowdy over there.
The whale watcher is getting crazy over there.
I'm not going over there. They've got too much hard alcohol and stuff over there. I'm like, no, thank you.
Freaking mobile house bar, freaking whale watching rig.
Hey, turn around and watch those clouds over there.
Huh? Somebody check the weather and verify they weren't going. I don't
That's
know.
gonna miss us. That's gonna go north.
Ryan, how's it going?
It's got soaked. We're going. For now.
I'm making breakfast.
Rolling over some waves here.
What are you eating?
Biscuits and gravy.
It's about this time we passed Paul's Mott, the designated camp that we didn't make the day before. And we saw people leaving.
Hey.
Hey! And I think, as it turns out, if we would have stopped there and checked the weather forecast, we probably wouldn't have.
Few big sets. We've been 9.3 miles an hour.
There's Ryan. It's his first, his second day on the boat. He's looking a little pale.
Yeah.
We had left Mud Island with Harper and his dad Mitch. We pretty much sailed side by side all the way across Aransas Bay. Harper led us through the dugouts. We made it through all of them and almost
there's
through
like a
Ayers
pocket in the
dugout
back of it.
before we ran into
Put
problems.
them in that pocket.
Pretty much what happens next, right before we got to Ayers dugout, we had to drop the sails. Things got crazy, the wind got stupid. I went to start the motor, I didn't have the fuel on, I couldn't get to start. When I finally did get to start, we were about 10 feet from the reef. We got really lucky. Yeah.
The angle of the
We
day.
motored around the reef and got
Storm
back
comes
into
over here, we'll
the
be hunkered
dugout
down on this freaking
and
island.
made it through it.
Okay, hold on, let me
before we
turn
got
this thing off.
hit really, really, really hard, and that's just where we stopped right here. What I was trying to do here is just get a line around the cleat to hold our outboard up. I had already tied up the rudder and the leeboard. When situations are really bad like this, things get harder to do. This was a pretty crappy situation, and I think we dealt with it the best that we possibly could. My sister, she's an absolute trooper, and she loves this stuff. She was probably having a good time. I'm not completely sure about her husband, but he seemed like he was having fun. We would spend 5 hours here waiting out the storm.
Hello, storm. Crazy.
Poor Looney Toon just grinding away on oyster shells. Good thing she's built pretty tough. She actually came out of this pretty good. Then it started raining, and it rained and rained for hours. It'd stop and then it'd start again. We couldn't do anything. We had no place to hide or seek shelter. We just had to stand there. We had a discussion at this point of whether or not this was actually better than being at work. At this point, we thought maybe this might be where we're camping tonight if the conditions don't get better. We decided to scout the island out, and we walked all the way around the front side of the island through the dugouts, and found a spot that looked good. I think we could have walked the boat there, but the mosquitoes were horrible. So luckily, we didn't have to do that. Pretty much like nothing's working. I tried to send a message with that Spot X, it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like when you need stuff or you want things to work, they don't work.
It's true.
But I really think, like, from this point on, we could get to Panther's Point just by line of sight, you know what I mean? Like, just follow the shoreline.
Yeah.
Then I'll try to somehow, maybe we can get your satellite thing to work. Need to let somebody know. I don't know why mine's not working, because it did work. And then let somebody know that we're, what we're doing. You know what I mean?
My satellite's not working either, but I just think it's because there's so much cloud cover.
Yeah. Well, if everything works out, we'll find Harper. And I think, like, he's okay. He sounded like they're okay. So, we'll just push off and sail, and maybe they'll push off and sail, and we'll meet them like Panther's Point or something. The next part was really difficult. We did find Harper and his dad, Mitch, and we decided that we were going to go to Panther's Point together. And then another storm built across the bay. Lightning shot across, and then it went down on both sides. And I looked back and I saw Harper, and the next thing you know, it got crazy. We had to drop our sails. We had to start the motor, and we had to run for shore. And that's the last time I saw them. As it turns out, they didn't get their sail down in time, and the wind was so high it snapped the mast in 2 places. They turned around and motored back to the ICW where they got a tow. We didn't know where they went, and after the storm, we motored back looking for them. Nowhere to be found. We were just hoping they were okay. It's situations like this that you realize how risky this type of adventure can be. We're out in the middle of nowhere. There's no help. We were really bummed out that we didn't know what happened to Harper and his dad. It felt not so good carrying on. At that point, we were absolutely exhausted. The sun was going down and we just motored to Panther's Point. Set camp up, drank some beers, lit a fire, and just chilled out. It turned out to be a pretty nice evening. I mean, you can't beat this for anything. Sometimes these moments like this, when you're out in the middle of nowhere, they're absolutely surreal. Some of the best times. Just chilling. We left Panther's Point and headed to Army Hole. We wanted to go to Army Hole so we could say that we went there, even though we were late. We were gonna eat lunch, that was our plan, and then head to Magnolia Beach. It would be a 43-mile day. We made it to Army Hole. That was crazy. Hi guys.
Still carrying on.
Jennifer and Ryan walked out to the airstrip and checked it out because Ryan had never been there before. They got some cool pictures. The buoy tree is really neat. After that, we pushed off and headed to Magnolia Beach. We enjoyed our sail. It was super chill. We were so tired, we probably could have shaken another reef out, but we didn't want the excitement of that. We just wanted to just have a nice, easy, non-stressful sail.
Is that a buoy or something? Yeah, buoy or balloon or something.
I think it's a balloon.
Yeah.
This is the part about the Texas 200 that I like the most and the least. We're gonna sail into Magnolia Beach. Our friends and family are going to be there. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna get beard. We're gonna have a good time. We can take a shower
Right.
and relax.
Yeah, the whale watcher is not.
But it also means
I think what I'm gonna do.
that the Texas 200 is over. And we've got to wait a whole nother year to do this again.
Kind of thinking, really don't want to
I mean, you could go past the whale watcher and then cut it in sharp right at the parking lot.
Yeah.
And then just beach it right at the parking lot, and everybody can back the trailer right up to it. Then you don't have to try and go in the water, drag it around the whale watcher.
The washer, you can turn it in. Yeah, and we don't want to. I mean, that's a mega cool looking boat.
Yeah,
We don't want to walk
you can
around it.
beach it up anywhere here where we can move it.
Yeah, that boat's really big.
Do you see the chairs?
Yeah, he's good. He's going right to Bob Rambo. Whale's coming.
We made it!
Lisa, you may be the closest set of beer. Woohoo! Yay!
Oh man.
Look, even Gus is excited for you guys.
Here he comes. Here it is. Yay!
Look, even Gus is excited for you guys.
Award them their beer.
Yay!
Everybody gets a beer.
We are done. It's over. Another year. But not for Buddy. Buddy and Dana. They're headed to Galveston. They're doing the Texas 350. Holy crap. They're crazy.